The rice of heaven. Forgiveness as a sacred craft. It takes a sushi apprentice years to master rice. Not the fish, not the knife. The rice. Because the rice carries everything. It's the foundation, the unseen structure beneath the beauty. The master begins where the impatient student refuses to stay, with the basics. He washes. He waits. He listens. He learns that too much washing strips the grain of life, and too little leaves the starch of ego behind. He learns that mastery is not control, it's communion. Forgiveness is exactly like that. The Course says forgiveness is the healing of the perception of separation. It's the rice training of the soul. It's how the mind is rinsed of guilt. It's how we remove the sticky film of judgment that clouds every act of love. At first, the water turns cloudy. That's the beginning of awakening, when you finally see what's been sitting in your bowl all along. Old beliefs rise to the surface. Stories, wounds, grudges, they all swirl out into the water. That's not failure. That's the starch leaving. Forgiveness is that gentle swirl, the motion that doesn't break the grain but frees it. You don't scrub the mind, you rinse it. You don't attack the past, you let it dissolve. The master's knife is never harsh. It glides through fish like thought through light. It's surgical, not emotional. That's how the Holy Spirit forgives, a blade so clean it removes fear without spilling guilt. Forgiveness isn't sentimental. It's precision. It removes the illusion but leaves the truth untouched. Nothing real is harmed. Only the false is lifted away. Before the cooking comes the pause. The rice must rest. It needs time to absorb what it's been given. The wise chef knows that heat applied too soon ruins everything. The same goes for the heart. You can't rush peace. You can't demand forgiveness from the ego. You can only allow the Spirit to cool what's overheated. The Course says the Holy Spirit forgives all things in you and in your brother. Not out there, in here, because that's where the grievance was hiding. The unwashed rice ferments. So does resentment. Leave guilt sitting too long and it will sour everything it touches. Forgiveness is the water that saves the grain. It doesn't clean the world, it purifies the seeing. Then comes the fanning, that graceful dance between motion and stillness. The chef fans the rice to body temperature, not hot with passion, not cold with indifference, just warm, human, balanced, alive. That's when the gloss appears. That's when it shines. The Course says forgiveness looks beyond error from the beginning. That's what the fanning does. It doesn't fix what's wrong, it restores what was never lost. The ego's idea of forgiveness says, you hurt me, but I'll rise above it. That's still judgment. That's still starch. True forgiveness says, nothing real has been touched. That's the cooled rice. No clumps, no heat, no residue. When the rice is ready, it rests, breathing, complete, at peace. Only then can it hold the fish, the symbol of love. Only then can it serve its purpose. That's the forgiven mind, not blank but open, not proud but still, ready to receive heaven's flavor without trying to improve it. The Course says the real world is reached through the complete forgiveness of the old. That means the goal isn't to decorate the dream, it's to awaken from it. The chef doesn't compete with the rice, he collaborates. He doesn't rush, he harmonizes. He doesn't compare one grain to another. He knows the meal depends on every grain shining equally. Forgiveness does the same. It doesn't sort out the worthy from the unworthy. It sees the sonship as one bowl, one serving, one taste of love. And when the work is done, the master laughs, because the rice was always perfect. The years weren't for the rice, they were for him. He was learning not to interfere. That's forgiveness. It doesn't change the truth. It removes the fingers stirring the water. The light returns because the mind finally stopped moving. The rice gleams. The heart rests. And heaven tastes like peace. One key works with all locks, and that key is forgiveness. Submitted for your approval, a chef who never set out to master the universe, only to wash a little rice, but in the careful rhythm of his rinse, in the patience of his hands. The silence between each drip, something vast revealed itself. He discovered that forgiveness, like rice, cannot be rushed. It must be touched, tended, and rinsed clean of everything it is not. And when the last grain was washed, he found the galaxy itself staring back at him, not above, not beyond, but between his palms. A small act of care, a cosmic correction. Here in the quiet kitchen of eternity, we call it the rice of heaven. Welcome, once again, to the Twilight Zone.